love me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture, I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, the Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know the streets ain't never loved me. He was shot, he was left with a zipper on his stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved us. Gang, Merrick shit, it's how we music, nigga. Go.
Top of the top, y'all. Let's go. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. Everybody that's in the place today, y'all. Big up to everybody in the place, right? Big up the Yardmen, American, Japanese, French, Haiti, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Honduras, Venezuelan, Mexico. Wherever you from, man, love yourself. I came to rock with y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all, man. This motherfucking bronchitis and this flu kind of got to you, boy, but you know, I'm from Brooklyn. Great love and support from y'all. Shout out to Seven in the building. Yo, let me tell you something. The minute she found out I was in the motherfucking house, she's like, don't go live. You better not go live tonight, Dice. I was going to try to come home and go live. And she said that shit. She said, I know you, nigga. I swear to God, y'all, when I got at the hospital that night, I was going to try to go live, but I had to listen to what my sister was saying because my body, I just needed some rest. And I didn't know that I had the flu from Saturday. I was prepared to go to work Monday. I got up, was just feeling a little bit too bad. I said, fuck that, I'm going to the doctor. I'm off for the rest of the week. They got me on 3 medications. I'm talking about dope. Them niggas got me on dope, man. I feel like I'm about 19 years old. I'm lying. Maybe 29. Maybe 29, but not 19. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, man, anybody but a dead body. Anybody but a dead body. for y'all. You know, another episode of Hood News with my point of views. Got some things I want to talk about. Big FTC, my bro from another mother's in the building. Definitely got to hit Dog Soldier right now. Let him know we live. Because he definitely was checking on me, making sure I was all right. Shout out to Sheep Stay Sleep too, man. My nigga DS1 Ross, the boss, he just hit me up. You dig what I'm saying? Appreciate you, GP. Said good to see you doing better. Mike, good. Seven said you good, Dice. Let's shout it out. We got Big Angel coming in from Chicago. The sis from over there in Chi-Town, man. Shout out to the Chiracians over there. We got SMM Jeezy, Brooklyn shit. We got Weather in the Storm, Sister 7, a.k.a. Brooklyn shit. We got the Queen Gigi in the building. She's been holding us down. Swear to God she has. We got my man GP up in the building. He family. He locked in like a good TV show. We got Miss Cassandra Levi in the building. I appreciate you too. Y'all all checked on me. I said it was time for me to do a little live. And I'm going to get my hair cut tomorrow too. I was feeling a little better today, so I'm going to get my hair cut. But I was really under the weather. I was fucked up. I'm not going to lie to you. Cover up, stay away from people. Because of this weather, half of my job is fucked up. Either they got walking pneumonia, they got the flu. I got the phone call today, people coming to work with fevers, throwing up, having to get sent home. Please pay attention to your health. And I'm 52 years old, so shit like that wouldn't have affected me when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. I'm running around the street. I didn't give a fuck about it. I put a flu on hold. I'm about to get some money. I'm selling crack. You better chill with that flu shit, stupid. That's how I feel, Cincy. Yeah, that's how I was when I was young. When I was young, a flu? Fuck you, man. You go suck your mother. A big man this to blood clot. Now I'm 52 years old. I'm in there curled up like a goddamn teenager, just crying, just shaking and shit. I'm in there shaking, getting the chills and shit. Twin, I see you in the building. Salute. Miss Tanja Stanley, I see you in the building. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm in the motherfucking room like this, shaking. I'm under the cover. Feeling like I'm in Vietnam and shit. Shout out to my nigga FTC Vice. That nigga called me. I sound like I was in a goddamn concentration camp. I said, them niggas got me. F. This shit got me. Word up. Appreciate you, Tanja. But I ain't gonna front y'all. I feel much better. Shout out to my doctor, Miss Catherine. She was like, I'm gonna test you for COVID and RSV. She said, but I got a funny feeling. I said, you got a funny feeling what? She came back, she said, you got the flu. She said, you're not going back to work this week. I know how you are, because she know how I am. I'm like, you just take me out for a couple of days. She was like, yo, we're not even going through this. When I got COVID, remember I told y'all, she took me out for 2 weeks. I said, you're not taking me out for no fucking 2 weeks. I stayed out for a week. I went to work for 2 days and almost passed out. So listen to your doctor. Those of y'all that think y'all too important to go to the doctor, you're going to die. I know that shit sounds harsh. I'm a grown-ass man. You keep playing with your fucking health, you're going to wake up dead. Especially when shit fucking with your respiratory and all that. Your chest and all that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Health is wealth. I got a good show for y'all tonight, man. I got some things I wanted to talk about before, but I'm going to talk about them now. I'm going to ask how many of y'all right here, because I don't trust this dude. How many? Is it just me? I don't trust this nigga. Is it just me, or does anybody in here feel the same way like me? I do not trust NYC Mayor Eric Adams. I have been saying this for what, a year and a half now? Going on 2 years? If you look at his pictures, all of his pictures, even though he try to smile, it's always a worryation in his eyes. It's always a worryation. Like, you know how motherfuckers be like, they be having that look like, damn, I hope they don't know what I'm doing. But they know what they doing, or they know what they did. So it's eating up their somewhat little bit of conscience they got. You see that look in his eyes right there? That's the little part of his conscience that's eating them up. Like, you know they're going to find out what the fuck you doing, stupid. And then that ancestral history, that lineage that's in his motherfucking conscience for the great grandfathers and grandmothers that was in the motherfucking fields, because some of us are very fucking ungrateful. I'm dead serious. Some of us are very fucking ungrateful. All of us got ancestors, and I'm not talking about that because I did a history search on my tree. I'm doing a family tree. I'm about to get my family tree tattooed on my back. Yeah, I found out I got Irish in my family. I guess that's where that McLeod and that Mick comes from. You know what I'm saying? Found out I got Creole in my family. Found out I got Indian in my family. I'm trying to find out there's some type of Spanish lineage in my background also. And I don't know nothing but si, como te llamas, bentejo, maricon, like the bad words and stuff like that. But shout out to my guy, Way to Black, because he got some new shit coming out right now. Shout out to Way to Black. But before we get into the show, we're going to get into this little brand, this joint by Way to Black, because it's kind of inspiring to me. I hope y'all, quote unquote, love this song like I do. Shout out to Way to Black. He got a new book out too that I'm going to be showing y'all in a few seconds. But this is my shit right here, because God got a plan for everybody in this book. Everybody that's watching this right now, God got a plan for. So if you feel as though God got a plan for you and yours, type God got a plan for me in the chat. Let's go. I don't know why they did that. Hold on. I'm sorry. Why they did that, I don't know. But, you know, sometimes it's computers. Like they said, I was reading something the other day, and they said that God's children created children. And what they were saying is God's children, which is human beings, created their own children, which they call machines, computers and stuff like that. And they said the creations of us are going to be what damn near destroy us in the future. Shout out the Way to Black, y'all. Let's vibe out right quick. You heard? God got a plan for me. If y'all feel as though God got a plan for you, man, do me a favor, y'all. Type it in the chat for me. Because I swear God got a plan for me. Let's go.
Shut up. Yeah. God got a plan for me. 128. For me. 128. I know God got a plan for me. I done prayed. For me. I done prayed. The motherfuckers was listening. God got a plan for me. I understand. I just stopped praying. I just stopped praying. I got a gun. Pray. I will sing his praise. I know he's the greatest. He gave us this power. Yeah. Yeah, where the bottle at? Yeah, right, pass that shit, man. God got a plan for me. He got a plan for me? Yes, he does. I know God. Yeah. I know God got a plan. Let me tell you something.
I done seen a lot of shit. I done sold a lot of drugs. I done lost a lot of crips. All I thought about was getting rich. I bought 100 grams and got a stick. If it's his God plan, he done fucked up. I'm from the jungle where you pray if you ain't tough enough. I be back to grip, and then I called this bluff. I ain't saying that was tough, I just ain't give a fuck. Dark Knight's big gun, I'm like, give it up. Buddy, he was claiming crip, guess he wasn't crip enough. Not jam, mines didn't, guess he wasn't quick enough. Told me he was playing tough, niggas had to pick him up. I put your shooters in a box, I ain't a boxer, I keep a knocker. I pop a bean and I go bonkers. God's plan made my mama give me up. Sometimes I wonder why my mama ain't give a fuck.
God got a plan for me. For me. I know God got a plan for me. I don't even like this Chris shit no more, man.
Let's go.
God got a plan for me. It ain't no shit, no. Ain't no love. It's only justice and peace order.
Smash that like button and share this live, y'all.
I know all my fallen, man. Rest in peace to Mayor. Rest in peace, my way. Got my niggas in cages like fucking animals, man. Free my orders.
Red pill, blue pill, so hard to give it up. I'll be in the box until I die before I give you up. God's plan turned my people into slaves. My whole housewife, they put me in a cage. I done sniffed so much coke, I can't give it up. I done drank too much lean, I can't give it up. I done fucked on that pussy, I can't give it up. I chase money every day, I never give it up.
Free my streets. Free Sack Bite. You've been there a long time, cuz. I'm free. I want family. Free family. And I want strangers. Love me more.
6 niggas, 6 minutes. I'm in the shit until the shit finish.
big crip, new whip, you see the rim spinning, my team spinning, my little cousin Big Bremen. Yeah, mad that I'm a G and my wrist with it. Play me next pick, I might have your bitch with me. I was told never snitch, should've followed me. Niggas switch up, pop shit and give apologies. Perky at the perky, thick bitch sit on top of me. Birdie at the birdie on the block, this monopoly. I'll pull his birdie in the desert, niggas flocking me. Honey pack, Henny bitch, trust me, ain't no stopping me. I got dreams of dead people on top of me. Shoot mine, shoot two of yours, that's philosophy. Little nigga, big chain, riding in a stocky V. Box like Apollo, motherfucker, ain't no rocking me.
God got a plan for me. Where's that? For me.
Yo, facts of life, if y'all know God got a plan for you, everything else will fall in line. I got some things to talk about tonight because they trying to send our babies away forever. And I've heard some people on this particular story say some things like, damn. My man Point Guard said, yo, Dice Chronicles, there was a troll account at Wax AP Chat with my Eddie Murphy the other day. Much love, gang. Yo, if you got a, yo, whoever got a clap, like I try to tell y'all before, when y'all see these accounts, man, clap them shit, especially if y'all got a wrench. But then again, it's only confused admiration. One thing I'm going to tell y'all, Big Dice ain't going to do no trouble. I am not going to do no trouble. I promise. If I can't tell you nothing else that y'all can believe, your boy ain't going to do no trouble. I mean, I had a real thing with trolls. That shit like took over a lot of the space in my mind. Like I despise trolls. And then I thought about that shit. What the fuck am I letting that shit bother me so much for? I used to be like, yo, why do adults do things like that? But then if the definition of a troll, some people choose to troll. So what the fuck is there anything to do with me? Mr. Net from Harlem, she said, blessings, Dice, everybody in the chat. Think about this shit, twin. Like, that shit used to get me so, anybody know me know, I used to be like, yo, I did a show one time called I Hate Trolls. And shout out to King Troll. I think King Troll is the only troll that I like. I'm going to keep it funky with you because his whole career on YouTube, even though the dude got a mind on him. Like a smart person can play stupid because a stupid person can't play smart. But shout out to King Troll. He ain't no motherfucking dummy. The nigga know how to work this goddamn platform. And he calls himself King Troll. So what else would I expect? You dig what I'm saying? He said this shit so many times. I didn't understand him at first. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I used to be like, this nigga's fucking crazy. But then I paid attention to what he was saying. This is why I'm on YouTube. I'm the king of this shit. You do a show, he gonna do a show. He do a show, he do another show. He's like, that shit ain't. Shout out to King Troll. Red Pill, I see you in the building. Yo, shout out to Red in the building, man. Let me see something. I don't know if I put this up in here. Let me see if I put this picture up in here. I put a picture on my thing. Oh, yeah, let me ask y'all something. Because, see, none of y'all believe me. None of y'all believe me. Cassandra, I got some shit for you. Angel, Lynette, I got some shit for y'all. Got some shit. Tanja, I got some shit for y'all. Y'all done fucked up 7. I'm feeling a little better. And I got some shit for y'all. Because my fellas, I know if y'all niggas, I talked about this before. Y'all ain't listen to me when I said this shit. Just like I don't trust Mayor Adams, I never trusted Barack Obama. I never voted for Barack Obama. I was so disgusted with people that voted for Barack Obama for one reason, because he was black. That's not no reason to vote for nobody because they're the same ethnic background of you. If you're going to vote for somebody that's going to be in charge of the fucking United States for a term of times, you should be looking for somebody for some moral compass, some etiquette, some integrity. You know what I'm saying? Not nobody, quote unquote, because they look like you. Because the niggas that look like you is the ones that's going to jam you the fuck up. Huh? My man Twin said, yo, you're the first troll account that has a troll account. You made it. My bro DMW Shots in the building. Cassandra said, I never trusted him neither. I got something for you too, Shots. L'Oreal, I got something for you. I got something for you. Let me see how many likes we got up in here, because we got 20 people in the building. We got 21 likes, so I couldn't even do that to y'all. I want to show y'all a little picture that I came across, because nobody listened to me but then again, not everybody. It's great people like yourselves to pay attention to me. At first, people didn't listen to me. They said, this is another you. No, I'm a person. See, I am not a YouTuber. I'm a person that's on YouTube. It's a big difference. Do not let that go over your head. I did not come to YouTube. I didn't even know anything about monetization. Man, I never hugged my mother again. Man, I never hugged my mother again. Even though I got if you go to St. Laz, I got a movie page over there. I got a list of those shows on St. Laz. I didn't know nothing about niggas getting monetized. I didn't know anything about that. I thought YouTube was just like Facebook more fluently. I don't even know why I came to YouTube. I'm gonna keep it. Matter of fact, forgive me. It's God that sent me here. Forgive me. Because it was a time I don't even do certain shit. Like certain shit I don't even play with. But if I reach one person, I did something that I was supposed to do. But I want y'all to take a look at this picture. I want y'all to take a look at this picture right here. Ja Ace, I see you. Appreciate you for checking on me, Ja. Yo, FTC, they didn't want to listen to me, son. I even kept this away from you. If I had this the other day, I could have sent this to my nigga FTC. You know, that's my consigliere when it comes to certain things that I be doing on YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? He be giving me, y'all don't even know a lot of the shows, he be sending shit to me. You know? I want y'all to check this out, though. Hey, Miss Pam. The godmother of the Nile is in here. Shout out to Wax AP. Ooh! Angel said, ooh! She done, Angel, let me find out you related to Young Ma. She said, ooh! Let me find out you a rapper. Angel, are you Young Ma? She said, ooh! Y'all ain't listen to me, did y'all? Y'all did not listen to me. Nasty fucking work, y'all. Now, y'all tell me, now pay attention to what I said to y'all before we get into this work. Because a lot of people just, I don't want y'all to say Dice is just talking. None of that. I want y'all to tell y'all the truth. If anybody was here when I told y'all why Barack Obama was even elected, can y'all tell me the answer why I told y'all Barack Obama was elected? Because a lot of motherfuckers said, oh, he came in for the health care because of Barack Obamacare. You stupid motherfuckers. Whatever president is in the motherfucking presidency, that's going to be the name that's on the health care. Just like when it was Biden care. Now that it's Trump, it's going to be Trump care. Just like if it was Jimmy Carter, it was Jimmy Carter care. That had nothing to do with specifically with Barack Obama. Motherfuckers talking about they voted for him because he was going to make Medicare better. No. Lola, I see you. Ja said, you needed here. Them fuck boys done messed up YouTube. I've been praying a long time, Ja. If Ja know, now Ja one of the mentors that has checked me behind the scenes about a bunch of sucker shit I was doing. Bunch of shit. I was like, yo, I'm ready to, yo, that nigga used to say to me like, yo, boy, is you crazy? You're going to risk your freedom taken away from you. You're going to be going to, he says, you listening to what you saying? Ja wouldn't even stay on the phone with me with that shit. I ain't going to lie to y'all. And I appreciate him. I love him so much for that shit because you need official niggas around you that's going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. That's how niggas get fucking murdered. Chip Low, I see you in the building. Salute. Word up. I swear to God. Shout out to everybody, yo. Y'all all got y'all wrenches. Drop them links up in here, man. Do anybody remember what I said that Barack Obama was put in a presidency about? Anybody remember that? Come on, one person tell me. One person tell me what I said Barack was put in the office for. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint because people didn't pay attention. I might have y'all attention now because this picture right here is inevitable. So I'm going to give it to you again. Why was he put into quote unquote the office? Pay attention to something that he did. I'm going to give you another one. I'm gonna keep giving y'all a bunch of goddamn hints. Y'all gonna be out cheating on the goddamn test. I'm gonna give you another hint. No Caucasian president would be caught dead doing it. Let's see if y'all paid attention. I've been said this. Go back to the lives. I told y'all I ain't never fuck with Barack. I told y'all I played the show when I showed you Ellen DeGeneres show when Michelle Obama, allegedly Michael Obama, was sitting up there and with a pair of silk pants on. You seen something of like a penis gyrating out the front of the dress. I could pull it up right now if y'all think I'm joking. If you think I'm joking, I'll pull it up because I did it before. It's Michelle Obama on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Y'all not catching this shit? Okay, let me tell y'all again. The reason why, Red Pill in here, he know I ain't lying, that's why he laughing. Rose Gold, I see you. Rose Gold, so you must have saw it too. You see what he said? I didn't even say that yet. There's also a tape flirting around on YouTube coming out of Barack Obama's mouth saying, I just love when me and Michael get away. He said, what? Nigga said, Michelle. Nigga said, Michael. Big Mike. Tyson Garcia, I see you in the building. Dog Soldier, I see you. We got to work tonight. I'm feeling better, y'all. I'm feeling better. So one more time, I just gave y'all all the okay, I said the reason why Barack Obama was elected as the president is for him to put into act and sign the same sex law. Pay attention, y'all. You wouldn't see Bush sign no same-sex law. Shit, Bill Clinton wouldn't do that one. He said, I'm gonna smoke some bud, might give me a little bit of head, but I can't do that. So they said, how are we gonna get this into effect? How are we gonna let this come out? Uh-oh, that goddamn nigger. You heard what she said? Lola said, I know the truth. Obama was selected, not elected. I said that on my post. Rest in peace to Barbara Walters, too. Because Joan Rivers was the one that did the show, and then Joan just died. She was telling everybody that Michelle Obama was a man. Shots, I ain't bugging, am I? I ain't bugging, am I? Let me explain something to you. Them Caucasian, no disrespect, I got white friends. But them Caucasians ain't doing that shit, not on my watch. Okay, check this out. Yo, Chip, that's like the head of a lowlife saying homosexuality is accepted in 2 L's. That's like my nigga Rum saying, yo, if you decept, you can be gay. You can't. I'm going to be real with y'all. You can't. I don't know a homosexual lowlife. On Sharon McLeod, I don't know a homosexual lowlife. And I don't know a homosexual Decepticon. These is facts. Guy, salute. Like back in the days, they said it's like finding a motherfucking a system on them in Jamaica. The shit don't happen. That's why he was put in the office, y'all. But let's get back to this corny ass nigga right here. Because I told y'all, and I've been doing shows on him, go back and check it when I was talking about the migrants. See what Chip said? Facts. No way. Can't wear no low, talking that goofy shit. And I ain't knocking nobody. Check this out. I'm not knocking nobody for what you prefer. But it's just certain shit, man. You dig what I'm saying? Where we come from, respectfully. Because if niggas was around niggas when we was growing up, this is true facts. This is true facts. Because when we was growing up, we all might have had that one homeboy that y'all know was always around his moms and his grandmother and his sisters and his aunts. And it wasn't that he was gay. He just never had nothing male or masculine to emulate. And then we snatched his ass up. Remember that shit, y'all? Remember? We took him to a little house party, took him in a room and sicked one of them girls on him, gave him like 3 condoms, let him smoke a blunt. Your homegirl, Keisha, yo, get that nigga. What, that's your man, Dice? Fuck his brains out. His moms and them be babying him too much. Niggas think the nigga gay, but we got to make sure this nigga right. So if a nigga did have some wild emotion of moving like that, our homegirls knocked that shit straight out their mind. Am I lying, y'all? Am I lying, L'Oreal? L'Oreal, am I lying? We didn't play them games back in the days. He said, why is Eric in those bracelets? Because of a bribery charge. When he got all that money for the migrants, I told y'all that was the biggest motherfucking hustle. I told y'all that a year and a half. Check this out. Pay attention to what's going on. Let me wake y'all up again. Check this out. Number one, the United States government decided to accept a large amount of migrants, a broken down word of immigrant. Not just Mexican, not just Spanish, Haitian, Nigerian, all type of nationalities from third world countries. They said we will take the worst of worst, Cuban, Venezuelan, Mexican, El Salvadorian, Honduras. They say, yo, we want the worst of the worst. Now check this out. When they got over here, I told y'all what was gonna go down about a year ago when the nigga got shot down the block at the weed spot by Bloomingdale's and the young Mexican dude from the shelter shot him. Y'all don't see what the fuck this was? Now, they was lining it up for Trump to come in here and get this shit right. That was all a fucking hustle. When Biden was in the office, y'all do want me to talk, so I talk. It's been a couple of days. When Biden was in the office, just my opinion, they had to teach that nigga how to eat fucking spaghetti. He wasn't making decisions. He wasn't making no fucking decisions. That's why they wrote off to accept all them fucking migrants on U.S. soil. So why would you, first of all, so you just did the whole scene from Scarface. You remember the movie Scarface? When they snatched all the Cubans and brought them over here? But see, this was the lineup. When them Cubans came, them Cubans said, we gonna give you some money to take these motherfuckers with you. Them Spanish people said, we gonna give you this money. This is where all that money came from. But see, y'all ain't see the whole setup. It was going to the dice game with loaded dice. It was going to the dice game with loaded dice. They knew that Trump was going to take the election by a landslide. They knew that shit was going to happen by a landslide. And the minute Trump got back in, what do y'all know Trump was going to do? Yo, get these niggas the fuck up out of here. That nigga Eric, they want to know about that money. But look what they decide to do. Now, you mean to tell me the feds, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, I don't even want to talk about this shit. Man. Just check this shit out right quick. Let's just get into this. Remember, you heard it first, y'all. What news is my point of view? Let's go.
Adams and the Fed's decision to drop the bribery case against him.
Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon live at Gracie Mansion with the breaking news and what it means. Sonia.
And Bill and Sade, the Trump administration's DOJ is asking the U.S. attorney here in New York's Southern District to drop the case against Mayor Eric Adams. That doesn't mean that it will immediately do that.
When the fuck? What? That shit got me sounding like I'm in the motherfucking movie Shotters. Left the what and take the what? You remember when he said that shit? Y'all remember the movie Shotters? He said, yo, take the weed and leave the money, no? That nigga said left the what and take the what? How the fuck did the feds just grab his right hand head of counsel? Remember, I did the show. She was walking down the block. Found out he was allegedly fucking her. She was spending that money too. Now you telling me the feds, now pay attention, somebody, the Department of Justice system. Y'all ain't paying attention to what's going on. The Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice system, that's a higher bracket of authority. The feds is ready to snatch his ass up. But the deal, they say, yo, check this out. Chill. We're going to let him go this time. We're going to let him go. The feds is like, what the fuck is you talking about? We got Tunis ready to flip on him right now. They talking about that money he was spending. You know he liked to play. You know he liked to gamble. They say that's his thing. He liked to gamble. Let's check out the rest of this shit right quick. Remember y'all heard this shit first, man.
Still, the mayor's attorney is declaring victory, and Adams's Democratic political opponents in the mayoral race are quick to accuse him of asking for favorable treatment from the Trump administration and getting it.
This should outrage every single New Yorker.
State Senator Zelnor Myrie, who's looking to challenge Mayor Adams, happened to be at a public forum when news broke tonight that the DOJ is asking Manhattan's acting federal prosecutor to drop the bribery case against the mayor.
Which New Yorkers was he willing to sell to get these charges dropped?
Fellow candidate and state Senator Jessica Ramos also accuses the mayor of selling out New Yorkers to buy his own freedom. Comptroller Brad Lander says the mayor instructed his top officials not to criticize Donald Trump, and now we know why. And Scott Stringer, who's also in the race, says thankfully New Yorkers, not the president, get to decide who is mayor next year. Adams is accused of accepting free and discounted luxury travel perks in exchange for official favors.
Y'all thought I was just running my mouth, huh? You heard that? He's being charged with allegedly spending a bunch of motherfucking money and accepting a bunch of money for favors. None of that nigga was fucking with Puff. You know he gave Puff the key to the city of New York. You think he ain't never been to one of them parties? That nigga went to one of them parties and Diddy sent like 10 of them chicks at him. That nigga said the next morning, give him the goddamn key. Facts. How the fuck a nigga go from playing a motherfucking assistant to an A&R to getting the key to the city of New York? Do you know the importance? See, people look at that shit like that shit is a joke. When a motherfucker give you a key to a fucking city, you know what type of shit that's like diplomatic immunity. That's like diplomatic immunity. Like, you notice when you see them plates, red, white, and blue with the strange numbers, the niggas could be smoking bud, sniffing powder, committing murder. They cannot get touched because it's called diplomatic immunity. This nigga was taking a bunch of money. They just, you see, they ran up in the girl crib in Brooklyn. Thank God, that chick ain't had nothing to do with nothing. That chick said, take everything. Pay attention to this goofy shit they talking about, y'all. They lining us the fuck up, and they got him in there because he's black.
Like helping make sure a new Turkish consulate opened in Manhattan despite concerns from fire inspectors. The mayor's attorney in a statement tonight says there was no evidence presented that he broke any laws, that witnesses that were promised never materialized, and additional.
Did y'all hear that contradictory statement? Did y'all catch that? They just contradicted themselves 2 times. That you got the right to remain silent, y'all. The police taught us that. What you say can and will be used against you in the eyes of the law. So I'm going to play it one more time, and I want y'all to hear what they just said out their mouth. Let's go.
Laws, that witnesses that were promised never materialized, and additional.
One more time.
It opened in Manhattan despite concerns from fire inspectors. The mayor's attorney in a statement tonight says there was no evidence presented that he broke any laws, that witnesses that were promised never materialized.
So if there was never no evidence of him breaking any laws, how come a federal warrant was executed on him and his motherfucking team? Did you see that contradiction? Or is it just me? Tell me, Dice, you bugging the fuck out. First of all, you had a federal warrant in an investigation that you just had to go to jail for and bail out on. You had to have some type of evidential evidence. But then they said, pay attention. This is where they fucked up. Like, you know, when he dropped the bottle at 10:20, he said, but he waited to 11:12 to clean it up. You know where they fucked up at? They said it was no evidence to lead him to doing any wrongdoing. And then they quickly threw in the background the people that said they was going to snitch. Pay attention. The unpromised people that was supposed to come and cooperate against him mysteriously reneged. Let's get into this one more time. Let's go.
His attorney in a statement tonight says there was no evidence presented that he broke any laws, that witnesses that were promised never materialized, and additional charges that were threatened never came. But tonight, the DOJ's directive from Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bovee doesn't get into the merits of the case. It instead suggests that it was biased, hurt.
What do you mean you're not going to get into the bias of the case. What do you mean you're not going to get into the description of the case? It's bias. It's the facts. Pay attention, y'all. I ain't said, they said.
Adams' re-election bid and impacted his ability to help the Trump administration crack down on illegal immigration. The direct.
This nigga disrespectful. First of all, you told the immigrants, pay attention to what they just said. He helped Trump crack down on the illegal immigrant situation. First of all, if you just made hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants come to the United States and then Trump changes the motherfucking rules the first day into administration, and now the people that you just brought over here are part of the migrants that you allowed to come in with open arms. Now they're on the run because they got to be sent back to their fucking country. Did y'all pay attention to that? Since he sucked Trump off, allegedly, his charges go away. His charges go the fuck away. Y'all know what I got to say about that. Y'all know what I got to say about that. It ain't nothing else to play this.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? About to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Let me ask y'all something. I'm not talking about for an adult. And what I mean by an adult, 21 years and older. I do not call an 18-year-old because they say 18 to party, 21 to drink. I think that's a fucked up way to let people, kids, unsupervised into a big motherfucking arena or playground of mischief and malice, because I think it should be 21 to party and 25 to drink, because a bunch of us was 15 and 16 getting up in clubs because of our size, because of our attire, because of who we may have been with, and because we had that motherfucking bread to get in. But I want to know something. When it comes to someone that is unalived, someone that is killed, do you think that they should put the person's face out in the media with the news and everything if they're a child, especially under the age of 21? Check what happened. Now, everybody in there from Brooklyn, y'all already know. Y'all know y'all from Brooklyn. Yo, shots. 7, you know, if you're from Brooklyn, you know anything about the Eastern. Matter of fact, you ain't got to be from Brooklyn to know about the Eastern Parkway Labor Day Caribbean Festival. Everybody knows about this. You know anything about Brooklyn? I'm from Utica Avenue. So I can tell you about monumental Labor Day parades, monumental Labor Days. I'm talking about monumental Labor Days. And I can tell you some Labor Days that's historical, but heartbreaking. Well, there was an incident that happened just last year in September when somebody was killed. A young man was accused of this crime. His picture was put all over the television. People in his neighborhood started looking at him like he was the person that unalived. Matter of fact, let me just let y'all see the rest of the story. This is some deep shit. This is some deep shit right here. Let's go.
Brooklyn teen wrongly accused of a fatal shooting at a parade last year is speaking out about threats that he's been experiencing. And now his family wants the NYPD to apologize for putting his image out there that is still circulating on social media. Naveen Dhaliwal has this story.
For Camden Lee, it's been 5 months of stress.
Yeah, a lot of fear, a lot. Like for my life, for my family.
That's after the NYPD blasted the then 15-year-old's picture.
That boy is scared to death, y'all.
A lot. Like for my life, for my family.
That's after the NYPD blasted the then 15-year-old's picture, saying he was wanted in a shooting at the West Indian Day Parade last September that killed one man and left several others injured. Camden's mother, Chichi Brock, says once the image was circulated, her son began receiving threats.
I had to move my family, all of my children, away for a while.
So Brock says she met with investigators.
You see the fucked up part about this? Another situation where, no offense, a woman has to stand up for her kids without a man, without the father around. See, this is the shit right here to get me upset, because if you were a man and you really was outside, even if you wasn't in particular in active criminal activities, you knew how to survive. Especially if you had your son around you, you let him know how to survive. There's certain things, there's certain do's and don'ts. I tell mine, I know all y'all that got sons told them, there's certain things you're not gonna do that you feel as though another man is gonna just accept you because you did it. I told my son this all, yo, don't you ever think a motherfucker ain't as dangerous as your father. But will over supersede all the dangerous shit that's in me or in somebody else is the level of respect. See that respect shit? That respect shit is something that's incredible. You got this woman right here. I felt so bad saying this show. This woman said, I had to move my babies. Dog said, yo, Jai said, I did something on this a while ago, sad shit. Yo, you know the fucked up part? Dog said, facts, yo, even, yo, let me tell you something. If I'm bugging, tell me for a minute if I'm bugging. Yo, Giants, dog, we was outside. I mean, in that era. If y'all was from this era, you can relate, male or female. Do you remember back in the days when the baby mother and baby father broke up, but we still was like that? No disrespect to a lot of the new fathers today in this day and age. They're the ones that's actually the examples of running from responsibility. Back in the days, even though us and our baby mothers didn't get along, all they had to do was call us. First of all, and if your baby mother knew who you was as an individual, she knew not to call you with no bullshit. This woman said that she had to move her whole family. Check this story out again from the beginning. Let's go.
Brooklyn teen wrongly accused of a fatal shooting at a parade last year is speaking out about threats that he's been experiencing. And now his family wants the NYPD to apologize for putting his image out there that is still circulating on social media. Naveen Dhaliwal has this story.
For Camden Lee, it's been 5 months of stress.
Yeah, a lot of fear, a lot. Like for my life, for my family.
That's after the NYPD blasted the then 15-year-old's picture, saying he was wanted in a shooting at the West Indian Day Parade last September that killed one man and left several others injured. Camden's mother, Chi Brock, says once the image was circulated, her son began receiving threats.
I had to move.
Yo, shout out to Tyson Garcia. That's a hell of a fucking question you just asked, brother. How did the police get his picture? Now, in Brooklyn, everybody know the whole Eastern Parkway is covered with surveillance. Now, the image of his face could have been one of two things: put into a computer dating match system that they got in the precincts in Brooklyn, or they could do what they did on Crime Stoppers and Most Wanted in Brooklyn when they play on Channel 7 News, the actual shooting. But they will blur out the actual shooting and show the suspected person retrieving from the spot. Now, pay attention to this. Her son had to have a motherfucking mugshot. Because just like he said, because the father is not there for any type of discipline or guidance, so he's looking through that in the street. This is insane. Look it up.
My family, all of my children away for a while.
Brock says she met with investigators and the image was taken down from NYPD social media sites. But then the NYPD mistakenly recirculated the picture in December, making her angry.
At this point, I don't have nothing to say to them. I'm just going to let my lawyer talk to them.
Her attorney, Wiley Stacklow, says to start, the NYPD needs to adopt better social media practices outlined in a recent Department of Investigations for the Inspector General report.
They put my client in a dangerous position and a slanderous position.
That DOI report says some official NYPD accounts were unprofessional and not in compliance with the city's social media policies, further saying formal training is needed for NYPD staff to post more appropriate content.
This is just another example in a long list of those problems.
The NYPD responded to the image of Lee saying, quote, social media posts in September mistakenly stated that he was wanted for the fatal shooting rather than stating he was a person of interest. The NYPD should have immediately corrected this misstatement. We apologize for the error and will continue to seek justice for the victims of the shooting.
I just want everyone to know that my son is innocent.
And despite such an error by the NYPD, there's this from Camden.
I feel it was unprofessional and like more could have been done to make sure that they had the right person. But I still have trust in them. I still have a lot of faith in them.
In Bed-Stuy, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS News, New York.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch baby, careful with this. I mean this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? About to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, there was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
Shout out to my nigga Job. Listen to these words one more time before I get into this last segment, before I get out of here. Just listen to this one more time, y'all.
You You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when it come to minds. I'm cautious, I'm dealing with more sticks than a punky pine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough and he still told.
This story right here broke my heart. This story right here, y'all, broke my heart. This shit, before I got to give you all this work right here. This shit broke my heart. But did you listen to what the nigga Job said? He said, mama said that her son ain't never hurt nobody. But the streets say that mama's son got a bunch of bodies. I don't think people really be catching what the fuck Job be saying. That nigga said his mother's at court telling the court officers and the police, my son ain't hurt nobody. Y'all locked up the wrong person. Let him go. You know how a mother is. You don't want to believe that your son may have possibly unalived somebody. Your mother, no parent want to see their mother. It broke my heart to call my moms from jail. I don't know about everybody else. That shit broke my heart. Do you know the first thing my mom said to me? I didn't raise you like that. City Bama salute. She said, what is wrong with you? This story right here, y'all. This is incredible. Josiah Hughley. Did anybody hear the story about this young man? Josiah Hughley? Did anybody hear the story about this young man, Josiah Hughley? This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Did y'all hear this story of this young man by the name of Josiah Hughley? If you didn't hear it, I'm going to give it to you because you need to hear it. If you got a child that's in the street that's running around, let them see this part of the show. Because first of all, I want y'all to pay attention. This is a fucking child. And I see so much fucked up shit that done happen in his life. I don't even know that boy. I don't even know this boy. I don't even know this boy. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't even know that boy. But you know what? The nigga Wax said this the other day. He said, them niggas is demons. These kids nowadays is demons, but all demons were gargoyles. See, gargoyles wasn't aggressive creatures. Gargoyles were protectors. They blended in. If you pay attention to any gargoyle movie, any gargoyle cartoon season, see a demon and a gargoyle is two different things. A demon is a gargoyle that's possessed with the evil energy. Ty Gunn, I see you in the building. This is real rap, y'all. Oh, that's why I used to love gargoyles, the cartoon. Gargoyles was protectors. They were right in front of your face. They was always there just in case you needed some help. But they were shunned upon because of their appearance, allegedly. You know, like Martin Luther King said, he would hope to get to the day where instead of his children be judged for the color of their skin, they would be judged for their integrity or the moral of their character. You know, shit like that. That's why I fuck with gargoyles. But I want y'all to pay attention to this right quick because it's always something. Watch your fucking friends. Check this out right quick. Pay attention. Then we're going to go into this show. Smash that like button, y'all. This is grown folks content, man. Like this right here was bothering me, man. This shit right here, this is shit I'll be wanting to talk about.
Counts in the killing of a father and former high school coach in Gwinnett County. The jury found Josiah Hughley, Miles Collins, and David Gerard Booker guilty of murder, aggravated assault, carjacking, and gang charges in the shooting death of 29-year-old Bradley Coleman.
Pay attention to one thing I want y'all to pay attention to. Pay attention to one thing I want y'all to pay attention to. Just pay attention to one thing I want y'all to pay specific attention to. These are three individuals. These are three individuals, right? And Mr. Josiah Hughley was the third one that was arrested. So I got to give you a little more. My nigga Ty said, yo, gargoyles was my shit. Facts. I like to give y'all a little more. The first two were arrested, and the continuation of the investigation was in the street because the first two said, yo, go get Josiah. Cutthroat, I see you in the building, salute. Now, everybody's seen the first 48. Everybody's seen the first 48. The first thing they're going to say to you is, whoever is the first one to take the deal, the other ones have to worry about whatever they going to go through. Just as long as you tell me everything that gets me to close this fucking homicide case. They don't care what you got to say to them. They want you to say, this is what happened for the reason this person's life is no longer here. The Big 1090, I see you. 3 of them got locked up for this charge. Let's go. Let's do it from the beginning.
3 men have been found guilty on all counts in the killing of a father and former high school coach in Gwinnett County. The jury found Josiah Hughley, Miles Collins, and David Gerard Booker guilty of murder, aggravated assault, carjacking, and gang charges in the shooting death of 29-year-old Bradley Coleman. Coleman died in July of 2022 at a Quick Trip gas station on Peachtree Parkway. Investigators say the men tried to steal his car and then shot him. We are listening in to the court proceedings and we'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more about the men's sentence.
You see what L'Oreal said. Shout out to DS1 Ross the Boss and the lovely visionaries. She said, right, for that quota. You seen motherfucking The Wire? If you ain't seen the first 48, you got to turn the red to a black. Ain't that some shit? That color black just always happen to just pop up. You have to go from a red, which is in their eyes a negative. But if you solve that crime, it goes on the board as a black. It's an achievement. You know Miss Pam be into this shit. That's the godmother. She be into this shit. Shout out to Wax AP. You see what she said? For a damn car. This is why I say to the big homies, start doing what our OGs did. Like, I know this shit, y'all may not think about this shit, but this is what these kids need. Yo, you know them little kids is fucked up. They be asking you, yo, check this out. Let me see your report card, my nigga. Huh? Your report card. Because the OGs and the elders in my neighborhood, if you didn't go to school, they ain't really fuck with you like that. Because they knew the trials and tribulations that they went through, that they may not have been able to go to school. So it was a privilege to see somebody of their color in their neighborhood, whether it was Hispanic, Black, white, Italian, Chinese, Jamaican, Trinidadian, Asian, Russian, Palestinian, Moroccan, Yemenis, Jamaican, Guyanese, Lebanese. We had everything in my neighborhood. but we all was family. That's what the OGs asked us. Yo, how you doing in school? They knew I was in the ball, so they knew certain shit. They knew shit. Yo, I heard you got a game coming up. What you doing? I'm chilling. Hold this money. Go to McDonald's. See, they gave us reasons to stay the fuck off the street, because when we took that $20 bill or that $50 bill, these were some very powerful words that came behind that money. Yo, make sure you get your ass in the crib and tell your moms or your pops I said hello. Nowadays, that's not happening. Certain things is none of my business to talk about, especially when it comes to gang. But damn, if this is what the idea of loyalty is, I always said before, the only thing you're supposed to be loyal to is yourself. When you got people that are loyal to you as you are loyal to yourself, this is what you reciprocate the loyalty with. You know how you treat yourself. When a person treats you damn near better than you treat yourself, you better keep that motherfucker around. When you know you got a motherfucker that if you're going through some shit, they'll pick the phone up. You better keep that motherfucker around. If you got a person around you to be like, yo, you know that shit is kind of stupid. They ain't gonna tell you what to do because you're an adult, but they're gonna tell you, yo, that shit is kind of stupid. See, that's how, yeah, that shit is kind of stupid. You better keep them type of people around. Lansky, salute, Brooklyn. Because look what's going on right now. I want y'all to pay attention to this show that I'm about to show y'all about this child by the name of Josiah Hughley. Because we know what's bothering me so bad. A child is about to die in jail. We know that. A child is about to die in jail. But he was the third child that was arrested. L'Oreal said, you ain't lying, Dice. Pam said, them is true. That's facts. That's facts. Like when you really know when somebody treats you like, yo, what's going on, nigga? You all right? But this young man right here trusted two people for something that ultimately cost him the rest of his life. But the example they made. This is why I talk to all my OGs. And I know big homies. If y'all only knew, and some of them be in these chats. I know big homies. But I just know that their hearts, the people that I know that cannot be disguised, is not what's being displayed on TV. The people I know are not going to jump in no car and try to rob nobody. That's a fact. And the people that's around them, they're not going to be doing anything like that either, because it's a certain respect and a discipline that I know my homies and big homies and all my guys that I know this gang, how they stand on their moral code and their moral compass. But I want y'all to pay attention to this show right here, because this shit broke my heart, y'all. I want y'all to listen to this sentencing. These some motherfucking, it's laws I didn't even know existed. Let me ask y'all something. Since when being in a gang was against the law? Look at this shit right here, y'all. Let's go over this right quick. Always the queen, I see you, the godmother of here.
Josiah Hughley. I can't see him.
Fair YouTube usage.
Mr. Hughley, count 1, felony murder. I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Is this what we're, I'm not trying to start no shit. Forgive me for a minute. Rehabilitation and intentionally making sure somebody never, ever comes home again, no matter how they turn their life around while they're doing their time. See, that's the only thing. It's only two reasons, to tell you the truth. Pedophiles, man. Pedophiles, you type of niggas like that. Sexually assaulting people and all that categories of old people and people, all them type of shit, them the type of niggas should never get a chance to come home. You dig? But because of a product of an environment, because of hunger, rest in peace to my man THAF, he used to always say this. He said, he's never met a stomach that waited to eat. When your stomach start growling, ain't nobody in there ever been hungry? Nah, like seriously, if you ever been hungry in here, let me see some ice cubes. You see Miss Pam said that child is dead. If he is the last Hughley of his bloodline, his descendant is going to end in prison. And yeah, they say he jumped up and got in that car. What's the reason why he was the last person apprehended and the person that was hit with the most extensive amount of time? Oh, I thought it was just me. Shot said, man, that nigga hungry right now, boy. And shout out to Shot. Shot's got more than one way to get $1 or two, but that man fuck with that photography and get that goddamn truck to moving. There's other ways niggas could get money, man. Niggas just be chilling. But do you see, is it just me? Shouldn't it be some type of protest against any child of color? I don't give a fuck if you white, black, Russian, Chinese. Do you understand the circumstances behind this? This is the part that just fucks with me. I want y'all to pay attention. Let's go over this shit. He was the last one that was apprehended, and he's the only one that's standing like this.
Josiah Hughley. I can't see him. Mr. Hughley, count 1, felony murder. I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole.
She said on the first charge, he's gone. First charge. I've sentenced you to life. See, usually it comes from, I sentence you to life with the possibility of parole after 25 or 30 or 40 years. She said, I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. I'm not saying what this young man did, he shouldn't do no time for. But did y'all hear the first thing she said to him before she even started sentencing him? And it kept going back and forth in my head, and I kept rewinding the shit. I'm like, what the fuck did this bitch just do? No disrespect intended. This seemed like one of them hateful, white, racist, white supremacists. Because she said some real disrespectful shit. I'm going to see if y'all catch it. I'm going to rewind it to the beginning. I'm going to see if y'all catch what she said to him. Let's go.
Josiah Hughley. I can't see him.
Did y'all catch that, what she said? She said, I can't see him. Did y'all hear that? Let's give it to you one more time.
Josiah Hughley. I can't see him.
You heard that shit, Shots? She said, I can't see you. I can't see him. Like she want to look him in his eyes and tell him, you ain't gonna never be free, nigga. I ain't gonna never have to worry about my child being robbed by you, nigga. I don't gotta never worry about my husband being possibly carjacked by you, nigga. I don't have to worry about you possibly killing me, nigga, without even knowing what his story is. Now, after life without the possibility of parole, I want y'all to listen to the overkill. They didn't give Van Brick Nelson this motherfucking time. If you want to know who Van Brick Nelson is, Google him. I know it's crazy, Brooklyn legend. Unfortunately, he was convicted for unaliving Sharika Adams. I don't know if y'all remember the famous NFL player Ray Caruth back in the days. Yeah, that shit go back to Brooklyn, all the way down into the Panthers. Ray Caruth, he did his time, came home, did 21. His mom's told on him. He was in the back of the Lex. She told, straight up facts. A lot of people don't know about this. Ray Adams. You got the dancer, may she rest in peace, Sharika Adams pregnant. Mr. Van Brick Wilson shot her and tried to kill her. Her baby was still born, paraplegic. Her son is still alive. Facts. They didn't give him that much motherfucking time. And when they asked him, they said, yo, why did you shoot Mr. Sharika Adams? Yo, if I'm lying, L'Oreal, tell me this right now. Hang up. He said, because that nigga ain't pay me my money. Allegedly, Mr. Ray Caruth made a deal with Mr. Van Brick Wilson to unalive Miss Sharika Adams because he was a big NFL star from the Panthers, and he thought that it would be an image or a stain on his career or in the light of the public if somebody found out that he had a child on the way with a professional dancer. That's a fact, and he was nice. That's a fact, Angel. That's a fact. He did that 20 years and came home. But check this out. She said life without the possibility of parole. Listen to this overkill, y'all.
Mr. Hughley, count 1, felony murder. I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 1. Count 3, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years.
Now, anybody that know anything about the judicial system, you cannot be hit with a double jeopardy. See, this double jeopardy. She said, I'm giving you 20 years for a charge I've never heard of. I've never heard of this shit. Gang something? One more time, y'all. Let's listen to this twice. The same charge, twice. 20 years, 40. Listen.
A Street Gang
violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. So now our kids is terrorists because the police don't have the tactics to safely getting out of these motherfucking neighborhoods without being harmed. That's what that means, y'all. Violation of Street Gang Terrorists and Prevention. L'Oreal said, I thought gangs weren't supposed to rob people. Pay attention to how she sentenced him right quick on a double jeopardy. If I'm bugging, tell me.
Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 1. Count 3, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act.
The same thing. Another dub. She gave him 40 on the same. She gave him 40 for the same charge. She ain't even, yo, dog, she's not finished. She's not finished, boy. Check this out. She said life without the possibility of parole, count 1. Count 2. Prevention, Terrorism, Gang Act, 20 years. Count 3. 20 on that 20. So that's life. You die, and you owe 80 so far. This is an example being made. This is, listen to me, y'all. This is what they're about to do. They're about to make friends. They grew up together. They stand on the same law together. They vow to each other. There's something to better them, because a lot of people don't look at the betterment in any type of movement. And this is going to be their reason to put them away for the rest of their life because of that RICO Act. Once I heard the motherfucking feds started fucking with gang members, talking about RICO indictments. Man, shout out to my nigga Scott and them niggas from Albany, man. Shout out to Rome and all of them. Black Rome, if you know what I'm talking about. Shell and all them niggas, man. If you know, you know. When I started seeing niggas I grew up with playing ball in the daily news on 32-man indictments, way before this is happening now. I'm talking about my era. See, back in the days, it wasn't no internet. We had the daily news. We had the daily news. We had this shit called Brooklyn's Most Wanted. Shout out to my nigga Patrick that got killed on Utica and Park Place. Him and my nigga Peter, them niggas made the papers. These are facts. My man Mikael brother, them niggas from Park Place, the Israelites. These are facts. Brother Allen, them, Ali and them, rest in peace. Man. Monique, I see you in the building. Salute. Think about that shit, yo. They gave him 20 years consecutively on top of life without no parole. What are you saying? As opposed to when he first got up there, you said, I want to look at him. I can't see him. Let's work. Let's do this over again from the beginning. Listen to what she said.
Josiah Hughley. I can't see him. Mr. Hughley, count 1, felony murder. I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 1. Count 3, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 2. Count 10, hijacking a motor vehicle. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 3. Count 11, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 10.
How does he keep getting charged over and over again for the same crime? You know why? Because the judicial system will do what the fuck they want to do with your ass when you get up in there. So it's about time for you parents to have a fair guard in your fucking children. You see how that man is sitting up there? The dude is in shock. If you can read body language right now, the nigga's in shock. I told you, man, the good prayer, sis, and that medicine. I'm not 100%, y'all, but I'm 73%. And when it comes to certain shit like this, yo, it kind of be bothering me. Because we was before everything. Anybody that know what I'm talking about. We was before everything. It was only 2 things that was before us. This is facts. That was the 40 Thieves and the Jolly Stompers of Brooklyn. Right after that, it was D-Set that came with notoriety. This is facts. And shout out to 2 L's up. Then Low Life came through. This is facts. We was outside before the internet. And we conducted our business and mannerisms the same way, especially when it came to fucking treason. And certain things was handled in-house. You crazy? Like certain shit. Like it wasn't no say. See, you couldn't go on. We didn't. Your shots tell them you couldn't go on Instagram and say, yo, son, when I see this nigga, your word to mother, I'm gonna punch you in your face. No, you couldn't do shit like that. You had to see the nigga and punch him in his face. See, nowadays people can put things up on a screen and people can comment on it. Yay! That's right. You go, Tiger. But them people ain't gonna be there if you run up on that person and see. This is something that an old timer always told me. Don't never underestimate your opponent's next move. He said your opponent could be making you think that you're winning and you actually losing for him to win. For him to win. Nowadays, the internet is full of, I say, disgruntled people. I don't say it's people that got beef, because I come from real beef. Because just like a nigga could come on the internet and say, I know where you live, when we was outside, niggas ain't say where they was coming. Niggas was there. I'm so glad I survived that shit. And I know what I had to go through when I was coming up in the street. Don't get it twisted. I was live before DSEP. But that shit took my pimp game from like 15 to 100,000. I was live before DSEP. My OGs came up here and told you about me. My OGs is on my show. Go look it up. The DSEP symbol. Only Brooklyn can relate. Like, it's a fact. My OGs, I say that I'm so proud about that. I'm the only person. Matter of fact, Dog Soldier is the only person besides me that I heard actually with their OG on their platform. I brought the nigga that took guns out my hand and begged me to go home. Up here. Liddy, salute. She said some CMOS, gel dice. Look it up for fire cider, and you'll get right expeditiously. See, I like that. Intelligence over everything. The internet. Dude's not. If we can't communicate with each other, you see what our children doing to each other? I want to do this shit one more time, y'all. This could be your fucking child. This could be your cousin. This could be your little brother. Stop ignoring these kids y'all see with these problems, man. When somebody gave a fuck about us when we was running around busting our guns, like shout out to my OG Dello, when that nigga could have turned his back on me, when niggas grabbed me up and was like, yo, boy, catch yourself. She's happy that she's gonna end his legacy. She said, I want to see him.
Josiah Hughley. I can't see him. Mr. Hughley, count 1, felony murder. I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 1. Count 3, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 2. Count 10.
You see what Shot said? He said, but hold up, look at son's face. He going through. Yeah, the nigga in shock. That nigga's soul is leaving his body. That nigga's soul is leaving his body. He is listening to a judge tell him back to back, you're not coming home. You hear it in her voice, how eloquent she talks. Mr. Hughley, I'm about to cook your ass, nigga. Like I said, you'll never rob my husband. Nigga, you won't carjack my daughter. Nigga, you won't rob us coming from the goddamn movies, nigga. She killed him with the first blow. Life without the possibility of parole. He's a kid.
carjacking a motor vehicle, I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 3. Count 11, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act, I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 10. Count 12, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act, I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 11. Count 13, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, I sentence you to 5 years consecutive to count 12. Count 14, violation of Street Gang Terrorism Prevention Act, I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 13. Count 15, violation of Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act, I sentence you to 20 years consecutive to count 14. Mr. Hughley, you have now been convicted of 15 felonies, 6 of which either merge or vacate as an operation of law, so you'll be sentenced on 9 felonies. I need to inform you that you have the right to seek post-judgment relief from your felony convictions by either filing a direct appeal to a higher appellate court or to file a motion for new trial. You have 30 days from the date I sign and file your sentence with the clerk, which should be tomorrow, to file a motion for new trial to any or all of the felony charges. Ms. Drake, will you be filing a motion for new trial?
I bet everything I got that they lied on him. Let's say he jumped in a car, he pulled off, the guy was struggling, a shot go off. He jumped back out the car. He was the last one apprehended. Our Henny salute. L'Oreal said, wait, does he already have a rap sheet? That's a great question too. But they didn't give Van Brick Nelson that much time. Hold on, him and 2 other accomplices. I don't see that bust down. I see it like this. That's the big homie, y'all. And we did that because we was scared. I got little cousins and I talk to them about certain shit and I just pray for them. Because of certain things, I told them, you know what you signed up for. You got to work this one out with God. That young man is dying right now. His soul is lifting out of his body. You see how he grabbed himself? Yo, pay attention to his body when he had to grab his shirt. You know why he did that? Because he thought he was falling down. That nigga thought he was falling. He thought he was falling right there. Look. He thought he was falling. Him thought he was falling down.
From the date I sign and file your sentence with the clerk, which should be tomorrow.
See, right there, when he did that, that was an out-of-body experience. That was his inner body that did that. He saw himself falling from the outside in and say, "Hell, pull up."
I sign and file your sentence with the clerk, which should be tomorrow, to file a motion for new trial to any or all of the felony charges. Ms. Drake, will you be filing a motion for new trial?
Yes, ma'am, and I did explain to my client why my appointment.
Hey, you see what L'Oreal just said? That man gonna die. Talking his spirit about the time he owed. Life without the possibility of parole on a 40, once you die, you still owe 40? Your spirit got to grab that. That agony got to get passed on to somewhere. That energy has to move. It don't die. Energy don't die. It transmits. That's the fact. Energy don't die. It transmits. Look at this.
Not or should not continue on this case, and I would ask the court to appoint him appellate counsel.
Right. Mr. Hughley, as Ms. Drake.
That's the question right there. Which suspect pulled the trigger? Thank you. They never said nothing about murder. They said carjacking. Pay attention. Carjacking, prevention of terrorism, 9 counts. Carjacking, robbery, never said nothing about murder. Let's even one or two things happen. One of them 2 young kids or 2 of them 2 young kids say, yo, check this out. We killed him when we was with the big homie. We were scared if we didn't do something to him, he was going to kill us. Huh? Yeah, we are in a gang, but that's our leader. I want to go home. Because, you know, them detectives say, you know, we're going to give you the fucking needle, right? They ain't even speak to the district attorney. They telling you what the district attorney, you know, we done spoke to them people. They said they're going to give you that liquid in your oil. That shit going to make you dance. They're going to put you in the room with that roach spray. If you don't tell us everything you fucking know. You see them break down on the first 48. I don't give a fuck how old or how tough you think niggas is. I done seen the best breakdown. I'm sorry, I didn't do it. Whose fault is that? You see what Monique said? That energy, that's a fact. Energy don't die. My grandmother always told me that. Yo, it's times I don't even get into certain shit. Y'all be like, I'm bugging. I ain't gonna get into certain shit. But I know what I'm talking about. It's times I just feel my grandfather's like, they be on me, like, wow. My grandmother, it's like a calming sense that she always displayed. It's like a calming characteristic that I just can't explain this shit. My grandmother, I heard her curse one time in my life. That was the day we buried my grandfather. Well, my life. My Aunt Christine, may she rest in peace. She made my grandmother her favorite dish, squash, baked squash. My cousin Yvette, they're in the kitchen. My grandmother told everybody that we just come from the church. You know, my grandmother just got through putting her husband in the ground. So, you know, we come to the house now, we're doing a repast. My grandmother said she would appreciate it if nobody would touch the squash that her sister made for her. That's just like my Aunt Christine, I told y'all, she used to make the German chocolate cake for me. My cousin Yvette, wait for my grandmother to go change her clothes. When she come back, my grandmother catch her in the squash. My grandmother said, bitch, I know I couldn't trust you. Get out of my house. I never heard my grandmother curse. This is facts. But what they did here is unheard of. That's what you call a lynching. This is what you call a lynching, people. This is what you call a hanging. They killed him before he even left that courtroom. He is dead physically, mentally, and spiritually.
It's probably explained to you. Your appellate counsel will review everything, including Ms. Drake's representation of you, to make sure that all your appellate rights are pursued. You also have 4 years from the date your sentence is final with this court, which should be tomorrow, to file a habeas corpus. I will appoint an appellate attorney who will be in contact with you and explain all these procedures to you. You just need to know the time frame, and Ms. Drake is going to file the appropriate motion so that the 30 days does not run.
Your Honor, may I just ask the court's preference if you would like for the attorneys to file motions to withdraw with our motions for new trial, or just?
It's not necessary.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not necessary. I'll just appoint appellate counsel, probably tomorrow. Actually, I think I have to wait until you file the motion to appoint them.
Yo, you know what the OG always told me? He said, when you got a lawyer, even if it got to be a legal aid, make sure you pick the legal aid that you know wants your best interest. You notice it's not a paid lawyer because he don't even have a decent pair of clothes just to appear in court. So the description of him already to the public is a criminal. Even though he may have to come in there with handcuffs, he can come in there with a suit on. He can come in there with a dress shirt on, a pair of slacks, some shoes, some moccasins. But now as he comes in with the uniform of prison, which is overshadowed by the fact that he is overwhelmingly covered with tattoos, it's another strike against him. His haircut, he's looking like he deranged. And his legal aid, her hair is too neat. Like the OG told me. It was this lady named Sarah back in the days at 120 Skimmerhorn Street. Her hair used to always be fucked up because she was a legal aid and she hated to see one of her clients lose a case because she really cared. This lady right here don't give a fuck about the time that this young man just got. She's too fucking calm. Pay attention.
So it won't be tomorrow, but Mr. Hughley, I will appoint you appellate counsel. Thank you. You can go with the deputies.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Drake.
Do y'all see how she just let him walk off? She didn't pull him, yo, I want to talk to you. Let's look.
Hughley, I will appoint you appellate counsel. Thank you. You can go with the deputies.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Drake.
He looked back for some consolement. He looked back for some consolement. He looked back for consolement just now. Like, damn, huh? At least hug me. It seemed like she was happy that he was gone. You know, like some people be uncomfortable. You stand in your cage. He's upset. She's in her cage. She been acting like she crazy. Anybody want to buy her? I want to order chicken wings and french fries from Come Crowd Chicken on Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn, and I'll send it to you. No, I'm just joking. Dog said, I'm about to start a personal security company. I know that's right, boy. That's shit. That's a fact. Nah, I ain't gonna do that, did you? I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna front though. I be thinking about taking it to the Chinese restaurant. I said, if I take her up there, I get a year's worth of General Tso's chicken and broccoli, orange chicken, sweet and sour chicken. You got to be a year's supply. But the sad part about that young man, that wasn't about him. That wasn't about that young man. You gotta pay attention. That was the message. They doing it in New York. They're doing it in California. They just did it in South Carolina down here. They just did it in Charlotte, North Carolina down here. They're doing gang indictments and they're all a bunch of friends. Like I said, that vowed solidarity to what they stand for and what they believe in. Like the Black Panthers. Some people say Huey Newton was a terrorist and a leader of a black, liberal, racist gang. Louis Farrakhan. Some of the descriptions I've heard about that man, and I've listened to him, this one I knew he was nothing to play with. If you look it up on YouTube, it's called The Greatest Preaching Ever. I'm going to say it again one more time. It's called The Greatest Preaching Ever. And Farrakhan went to Harlem, to one of the biggest churches in Harlem, like one of them old school coon reverends. You know them niggas that be having them 22-year-old baby mothers? You know them niggas that be looking like the black L. Crandons? with the slick hair and the pomade, they be sitting back, they be like this. Them niggas that be into them quiet girls and all that shit. Yo, he walked up in there and broke down the true meaning of Jesus. Whew. And who he was. And the pastor of the church was speechless. Keisha, I see you in the building, girl. He made the pastor of his own church look speechless. He didn't know what to say. A man that had been preaching in Harlem over 50 years, he broke down Jesus Christ and Christianity in about an hour and 30 minutes, and it just made everybody in this man's whole congregation question who they was following for so long. So when it comes to disrespecting the minister Louis Farrakhan, it's just that's a name right there. Would you say Al Sharpton? I don't fuck with him. If you say Al Sharpton, I don't fuck with him. I never fuck with Al Sharpton. Never fuck with Al Sharpton. When he made the world think that 4 police officers were responsible for raping a young lady from Brooklyn by the name of Tawana Brawley. When he conjured up this whole cockamamie scheme that this girl was abducted and put in a basement and viciously raped by police officers, I ain't fuck with him ever since. That's a fact. I ain't fuck with him ever since. She was in the Fight the Power video. We was all up in that shit. Yeah, fight the power. Yeah, no, I don't fuck with him. Word up. She said Al and Jesse, both money launderers, and they prey on the weak. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Yo, all jokes aside, y'all know why I never fuck with Jesse Jackson? Tell me why I never fuck with Jesse Jackson before I get out of here. Because the day Martin Luther King got shot, he didn't get shot. I know that shit may sound funny to y'all, but the way he talk about how he fuck with Martin Luther King, he lying. He ain't love him like that because he ain't get shot. And that's a fact. Because when you really fuck with a nigga, shit, I got a story about a nigga. Like I said, if it could come to, if I could be on Utica and Park Place, July 5th, 1995, I might not be right here. If I can go to July 5th, 1995, where I could have been on Utica and Park Place, like between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, armed, I might not be here. That's a fact. So when he didn't get shot, and that shit didn't like change the way he was moving for the better, I ain't trust Jesse Jackson from then. Fact. But if you see what they just did to that young man, they told him, you are never gonna leave a jail again. You're never gonna see the world again. How did all of a sudden this new gang law become to be so effectively the reason why all our kids are getting snatched up? Shout out to everybody that sent they love. I'm like 73, 75%. Not 100%. But I felt like doing a live. Watch your kids, man. And to them cats out there, they got that official, you know what I'm saying, glue from some of them young individuals that you know may have that how can I say, that characteristic of leadership where they may be aggressively or manipulating the world. You know what I'm saying? Because some niggas is just hustlers. School these niggas, man. Pull them young boys to the side and let them know what's going on with this shit, man. Show them how these people is making these jails and send them to jail for the rest of their fucking life. And man ain't gonna never have no children if he don't have none. Y'all know the slogan, another day alive, another day free. Y'all can finish the rest. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying